Today, got a couple things we're gonna do. The PlayStation 5 Teardown video to watch today. This is gonna be interesting for them to show us why is it so big. Why is the console so big? In general, it's exciting because now we're actually finally getting news about what the PlayStation 5 is, you know, going on internally, what's going on in, you know, what it's going to be capable of. We just got confirmation with the backwards compatibility aspect of it, and there's like a list of only like 12 games that won't be playable on PlayStation 5 and will only be playable on the PlayStation 4, and that's it, which is incredible. So that whole entire gaming library, or one way or another, is going to be able to come over, whether you're inserting your disc from PlayStation 4 into your PlayStation 5, or transferring your save data from the cloud, or moving over your external hard drives. You're going to have a lot of space to work with, which is really good, and a lot of different avenues for going out and being able to just mess around with moving things to where they need to be for you, and I think that's pretty exciting. I think that's pretty exciting, especially considering coming from, you know, PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 3 and the lack of backwards compatibility in that regard. So finally, Sony is waking up. They're getting the crusties out of their eyes, and they're finally recognizing just how big of a market there is for people wanting their games to be playable on the current system, and how it just helps the overall ecosystem of their games more so. I'm glad they're recognizing that finally. PS5 and Series X can broadcast live stream too. Yeah, they can do that still. I'm interested in seeing, you know, for the live streaming capabilities and the recording capabilities, just how much more robust things are going to be as well. I mean, when I started this channel, I started out just directly broadcasting from my PlayStation 4. So that's a good thing into bringing up of like, what is it going to be like for people who want to broadcast and record their content from their next gen consoles? That's a good thing. All right, so yeah, let's check out this video breaking it down and seeing what's I'm pretty sure this is in Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. For information, do not try this at home. Laser radiation, electrical shock, or other injury. Oh my.
PlayStation 5 です。サイズは幅104ミリ、高さ3。
Okay, can confirm it is in Japanese. All right, so what we're gonna do, we gotta find that back. Closed captioning. Okay, all right, fantastic. Let's try this again.
PlayStation 5 です。
This is PlayStation 5.
幅104ミリ、高さ390ミリ、奥行き260ミリと、
I think it's about the size of his chest. Jesus.
処理能力や静音性の面で飛躍的な性能向上を実現しました。
Quietness.
フロ
Okay.
ント側には USB Type-C ポートとハイスピード
Type-C
USB 対応の Type-A ポート。リア側にはスーパースピード USB 対応の Type-A ポートを2つ、LAN ポート、HDMI ポート、電源端子を搭載しています。
Looks nice. I like it. I like it.
フロント側の2列が吸気口です。
2 rows of air
リア側は
vents.
すべて排気口になります。
The entire rear side is an
ベー
exhaust
スを外
port.
しま
Okay.
す。縦置きの時はコインネジで固定されています。
Okay. I'm gonna have mine vertically. I switched to having my PlayStation 4 vertically. Never going back. Never going back to
ス
horizontal.
タンドの中に収納できます。で、
Nice.
このキャップを固定しておきます。
Hmm.
横置きにするときはベースを回転させてください。このマークに合わせてベースを進んでください。
I like the engravings. That's nice. She's
両側の白い
beefy.
パネルはお客様自身で取り外しが可能です。後ろの角を持ち上げてスライドすると外せます。こちらも後ろの角を持ち上げてスライドします。
So you can have a custom plating. That's
ここに
pretty sick.
冷却用のファンが内蔵されています。両側から大量の空気を吸い込みます。PS5 では2箇所にダストキャッチャーを設けました。ダストキャッチャーに溜まったホコリはこの2箇所の穴から掃除機で
They really took it to heart with people saying that they do not have like how much these consoles overheated
PCIe 4.0 に対応した
and how loud they
イ
were.
ンターフェースを搭載しています。ここからプレイステーション5を分解していきます。ファンを取り外します。直径 120mm、厚さ 45mm の両面吸気の大型ファンを搭載しています。
That is a thick boy fan. Oh boy. ウルトラ HD ブルーレイのドライブユニットです。 Okay.
ドライブユニットは板金ケースで完全に覆い、さら
Sheet
に二重の
metal.
インシュレーターでマウントすることにより、ディスク回電時の駆動音と振動も低減させています。次に Wi-Fi 6 と Bluetooth 5.1 のアンテナにつながるケーブルを外します。シールド板を外します。
I wonder how much it costs them to produce this. It's definitely going to be sold at a loss, but maybe not as much of a loss as the PlayStation 4 was, maybe?
CPU は8コア16スレッドで最大 3.5GHz で駆動します。GPU は最大 2.23GHz で駆動し、10.3TFLOPS を実現します。メモリーは GDDR6 を8個搭載し、バンド幅は最大で毎秒 448GB です。ストレージは HDD に代わり 825GB の SSD をオンボードで実装しています。カスタムの SSD コントローラーにより、読み込み速度は生データの転送速度で毎秒 5.5GB と高速化され、ゲームのロード時間を大幅に短縮しています。PS5 の SoC は小型の台を非常に高いクロックで動作させています。このため、シリコン台の熱密度が非常に高くなり、SoC とヒートシンクの間に挟む TIM と呼ばれる熱伝導材の大幅な性能アップが必要でした。PS5 では長期で安定した高い冷却性能を実現するため、この TIM に液体金属を採用しました。我々は2年以上前からこの液体金属を採用するための準備をしてきました。考えうるありとあらゆる試験を実施し、採用に至っています。これが PS5 のヒートシンクです。PS4 と同じくヒートパイプを使っていますが、形状やエアフローの工夫により、ベーパーチャンバーと同等の性能を実現しました。これが定格 350W の電源ユニットです。 これが PlayStation 5の全部品です。
Nice. Yeah, I mean the biggest thing you see is they definitely put a lot of emphasis on the cooling mechanisms and making sure that this thing is going to run as quiet as possible. It's a strong, beefy console. Now the Xbox Series X is still going to be stronger, but overall, I mean, this is very well designed. I think one of the most interesting things to me is going to be how are they going to get around when they make the next version of this console, right? When they make the slimmed down version, like how are you going to ensure that you're going to have just as an effective form of, you know, cooling mechanisms, right? Like how can you guarantee that your mechanisms are still going to be just as effective in a more condensed version of the console? It's going to be interesting to see. Interesting. But it also kind of makes me wonder, maybe consoles will move away from like the slim version, right? Maybe they just want to keep moving up towards the more beefier, more upgraded version of consoles, you know? Who knows? Especially with all the processing capabilities this thing's gonna have. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm excited though, man. It looks good. It looks really good. It looks well designed, relatively for the most part, and it looks like it's going to be a lot easier to fiddle with different things you need to work with on the inside. Because I mean, it was just such a pain in the butt dealing with certain things with the PlayStation 4, with taking off its sleeve and all that. But let's see how that goes. Like, dude, well, like I know I keep mentioning the cooling and the heating, but that's such a big thing, man. Like my PlayStation that I've had issues with heating have been critical, and I mean even my friend, he's had a PlayStations die because they just get too overheated even when he's not playing for a long time. It's just the PlayStation 4, and I have a PlayStation 4 Pro, it's just not good at cooling, and it's so loud. It is so loud, and I dusted off it relatively, so it's a lot. It's a lot for sure. Overall, I still think it looks good. I think it looks good, and I'm excited to see what else they end up showing us. I think next, I definitely want to see really how the UI is gonna work. You know, that's the next thing I'm excited to see with the console. But overall, I mean, it just looks like smart design to me. And I know my brain only knows but so much when it comes to technology. But still, with that regard, I'm excited to see this. But even still, this is impressive to me, and I'm actually excited to see the Xbox one now, because I know that's going to be absolutely insane considering how much more capabilities is going to be with that. So let's see here. So I think that looks pretty solid. So here, let's